It's a sunny Sunday morning. It's supposed to go up to 70. It's supposed to actually be in the low to mid 70s today, Monday, Tuesday, I think Wednesday. Tuesday they show a high of like 78, 79. Yeah. So just, sorry about that, flipped you around real fast. Just check the oil in those, put a little bit of antifreeze in that one. Skylar is coming. We're going to get the dryer cleaned off. Preston is coming. We're going to grease the leg again. And something is wrong up there. I can't get the one flipper valve to flip from one bin to the other. Yeah, it just rolls it right back down into the leg. So he should be here in a half an hour or so. It's a little before 9 right now. So we can investigate that issue. We had another light frost again. Well, it was a decent, that's 3 mornings in a row. But man, you can't really start much before 10, 10:30. It's like it rained. The stalks are so wet. So, well, I mean, you can, but I'm not a big fan of running a shit ton of wet material into the combine and taking a chance of it, you know, getting stuck on the sieves and whatnot. So, but we'll get started by 11 this morning. So we'll get the wet bin full today. We're starting to get into some corn that's a little more higher moisture. I just went in, we just moved equipment down the road from one spot on Emmerich Road down to the Buda Italy field last night. So before we quit, yes, I know, another place I didn't take you along. I don't always like carrying this stupid camera around. So Skylar's on the other side cleaning right now, but you can see all the fines and shit that get on the dryer. Yep, and they get on the screens. I used to be really anal. I used to clean it every morning. Well, I ain't that young anymore, so if I can do it once a week now, once or twice a week, and if he comes around on weekends, because he comes up here to visit his family, because he lives in Buffalo, not that far away, or near Buffalo, between Rochester and Buffalo now. Get him to do it on a weekend. So, but with the price of corn, the fact that we're giving it away, and price of propane is more than it was last year. Ooh, bright sun. See, we just take the cordless drill and cleans the screens and then brushes all that shit off. Hour, a little over an hour. But plugged screens means more propane being burnt because it's working harder, which means more dollars out of your pocket. So to take an hour, even an hour and a half, clean the dryer once or twice a week, try to save a few bucks on propane. Yeah, that's why we're doing it. All right, so the dryer's nice and clean. Skylar's got that done. My cousin Preston's up there still with my cousin Jody, his father, and my cousin Nate, who married Jody's daughter, is up there with a snake. Because somehow shit is plugged up there where it comes out of the bulkhead of the leg going to bin 2. And it somehow did that since last year, which makes no sense. So we got a regular family affair going on here. The guy with vertigo standing on the ground. I was up there. I'm down here so in case they need tools, they can put it in the pail. I just want to know how the fuck something gets in there and plugs shit from last year. I honestly forgot I had you with me. Opening up the big part of the Buda Italy field. Got the little part over there done. As you can see, the coons have had a field day in spots. Yep. We did the headlands off a piece across the road. It's just been kind of a hectic day with dealing with the leg and everything else, but at least we got the grain leg unplugged, working.
actually putting corn in bin 2. So when we went back with the first 2 trucks, I checked it. It's going where it's supposed to go. But yeah, so this is the joys of opening up a field around woods. You know, but nobody hunts or traps coon anymore because they ain't worth anything. So your yield around the outside of the field, well, let's put it this way, my yield between the little part of the field and the headlands across the road was 192 bushel. I'm already down to 187 field average. So I've lost 5 bushel just coming down this long straightaway next to this woods over here. Yep. Higher in moisture and a shit ton lower in yield. We're just about to the boot part of the field, but for the person who's asked, and I can't remember who it was because there's way too many comments on the videos, you know, can't you plant something different around the outsides of the fields? Well, I'm not going to plant something different 40 or 50 feet around the outside of a field. Soybeans would suck just like corn when it's shaded. I mean, look how much shade is around the boot part here from the trees. We're just coming to get out of it right here. I don't have cows, so I'm not going to put hay around the outside of a field. So no, I mean, it just is what it is. Got the headlands done. Just made our first long pass down through. Now I'm working on these short rows going over to the boot. But this is where harvest is going to come to a slowdown. She's got more than enough for a 6-wheeler, but John hasn't come back yet because, yeah, when the corn's yielding like a bastard, which is a good problem to have, it's kind of slow going with, need more trucks, in other words. Can't afford more trucks when we're giving this shit away, but so when I get up here where she's parked, I'll be dumping what I got. And I mean, I dumped on her right there, dumped on the go coming down through. So from there down to the end of the field, which isn't that far behind us, you can see the woods, back up to here where she is. Yeah, it's above my window. I'm probably gonna be close to 3/4 full, so it'll be a little slow going. Barb is back. I didn't have to sit that long this time. Man, is it dusty. She was just telling me on the radio she couldn't see shit because her windows are dirty. That mirror there is nasty. I can't see shit out of that one very well. Yeah. I don't know, other farmers, you ever get to that point when you're, I don't know, maybe halfway through harvest and you just wish you were done? Yeah, we might be to that point. Even though we know, you know, it's wishful thinking, but... And my dryer is acting like a Democrat, so I don't know if I'm gonna fuck with that later and try and get it to run an auto again, or what I'm gonna do. But it's a Democrat.
I've got to be free, free to face the light that's ahead of me.
I gotta turn.
I'm the captain, so climb aboard. We'll search
For tomorrow,
on every shore, and I'll try, oh Lord, I'll try to carry on.
look to the less boring. Alright, I'll quit now. It's that time of day with the sun. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Dumping on the go. Great, ain't it? I know there's a tractor there. So, hopefully as long as she stays where she's supposed to, which she does, I know what's going in the cart. But holy shit. Very, very hard to see this time of day. The next morning, and we get to start right out with REO. That's awesome. Alright, so anyway, last night I spent, I don't know, an hour and a half fucking with my Democrat dryer because it doesn't want to work properly in auto, and I got it working minty. And this morning when I checked it, it was still where it should be. So hopefully we have turned our Democrat dryer into an independent, we'll say. Yeah, because, you know, as I say, 90% of the Republicans in this country suck ass too. So, but we're back at it. Unfortunately, this shit is running slower through the dryer because it's like 4 to 5 points wetter than what we were doing, which, man, it don't look it to look at it, but it is. So, but it's supposed to be 75 today, could hit 80 tomorrow, like 75 on Wednesday. It's crazy. So shit will definitely start dropping. So I spoke too soon about the dryer. Actually, it being set was fine, but for some reason twice it kicked off. So I took a truck back and fucked with it. It is now working, so, but apparently it still has a few Democrat traits left in it. I don't know. Pain right in the ass. But I'm sure you're getting bored looking at corn. I know I'm starting to get bored looking at corn. But guess what? That's what we're doing. That's what we're going to keep doing. So we're going to be bored together. Oh, she came back quick. Oh, I got to rev her back up. I just stopped here because I was waiting for Barb, but she snuck in behind me. I didn't see her. So anyways, while I was sitting here waiting for Barb to dump, I had a few comments that I see on the video from the last video. So one was from some dude named Daryl. First ever comment. Daryl said he'd subscribed to the channel, but he didn't understand the foul language. Well, I replied to Daryl and said, that's why it's a free country still, Daryl. Let's hope it stays that way. So you don't want to, you know, if you subscribe and come along, great. If you don't, whatever, that's your choice. But obviously, Daryl, my foul language got your attention, and we need to get the fucking attention of a lot of people in this country really quick. Today's October 21st, so I'm talking 2 weeks quick, 16 days quick, whatever it is. So I mean, whatever. You don't like the language, don't subscribe. I don't care. So you sound like you might be a Democrat anyhow, or kind of a rhino, but whatever. Good timing. I don't know if you can see through those trees, but Barb just came back with the Ford because that's full. My auger's out because I'm full. I got 2 little short passes, 16 rows, not very long,
and the big field on the Boot Italy is done. And then we just got to go across the road and finish that 7 acres that the headland is off of. So we may not have enough room in the wet bin, but we're hoping to have enough room to get it in trucks and the cart. And yes, the cart tires are a little squatty. Luckily it's very dry. So I'm just gonna end this video. I told you about the guy who made the comment, "You're dirty," so hang on. I got thinking about some of the comments. So the dipshits, there's no dipshits this time, other than the usuals from the last video. And I think it was you, me, who was, you know, talking about, oh, you want to, asking me, I want to force women to have babies, you know, because you Democrats are all for the whole abortion thing. And I replied back to you, I'm one of 4 kids, okay? I have an older brother and 2 older sisters, all right? They're all in their 60s, and they're all adopted because my mother wasn't supposed to be able to have kids, apparently. But, oh, Barb's gonna say something. Hang on.
Truck right there just made the bottom eye slicker. So he's putting that one in, bringing it back, but I guess all we can do now is load trucks in the cart.
Alright, all I got left here is 2 short rows anyhow in this field. That would suck. We're gonna end up with a little bit across the road to come back and get in the morning before we can, you know, move on, but whatever. So, like I said, I have a brother and 2 older sisters in their 60s. So if abortion was as prevalent 60 plus years ago, I guess I wouldn't have any siblings because my mother wasn't supposed to have children. I always pick on my father and say, because my mother was 35 when, my mother and father both, when they finally had me, you're still dirty. I pick on my father and tell him he finally turned the lights on and then he could see what he was doing, and he used to, I knew what I was doing, blah, 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 blah. Yep, rest in peace, Dad. But it kills me how you guys are all for the illegal immigrants, which we know the Democrats want for future voters. That's what they want them for. But yeah, Chucky Schumer will sit there and go, you know, we need them because of the low birth rate. Yep, the party who pushes abortion makes a statement like that. That's fucking beautiful. I shouldn't have said fucking, because whatever that guy's name was I mentioned earlier, if he happens to watch this again, he definitely won't subscribe. My heart's broken. But anyways, whatever. I mean, I don't fucking care anymore about much of anything, the way this country's going. But wake up with the whole abortion thing. Women's health care. Yeah, women's health care, my ass. How about we let people in this country who want children that can't have them be able to adopt them here rather than go to a foreign country? Rather than use abortion for some 21 or 22-year-old college girl being interviewed, being proud that she's had 2 or 3 abortions while she was in college. I mean, what the fuck? Yes, I've said it a million times, I'll say it again. For the 2% of rape, incest, you know, medical reasons, I don't have a problem with it. For those of you watching that are 100% one way or the other, whatever. I'm not 100% one way or the other. But I'm 98% that it shouldn't be used as a fucking form of birth control. So here's your one more thing. Don't forget to push on the Grumpy Farmer apparel link. That was full, but now I got one eye, so I can start unloading this truck. Both trucks are full, the cart is heaping full, and the combine is full. But that farm is done, so yay. I'm gonna start dumping so we can start getting everything from over there back here. So we'll see you in the next one. And a quick second more thing. Never let your grain dryer be a Democrat.